The week of August 25 in Salem is set to explode with passion, suspicion, and dangerous truths. What begins with whispered warnings will spiral into bold confrontations. What looks like love may be laced with betrayal. And every confession will spark new questions that Salem isn't ready to face. This is your detailed preview of Days of Our Lives, where the drama never sleeps and the lies never stay buried. The week dawns not with peace, but with scandal. Morning light filters through the curtains, and Philip Kuriakis jolts awake, only to realize he isn't alone. Beside him lies Gabby Hernandez, and in that instant, 1,000 questions erupt. Was this a drunken mistake, a calculated move, or the beginning of something neither of them expected? For Gabby, the guilt comes fast and sharp. Later, in a private conversation with her brother Javi Hernandez, she struggles to explain. Her heart is torn in too many directions. Philip offers stability, power, and history, while Xander represents chaos, passion, and unfinished business. To admit she doesn't know where she stands is to admit she's playing with fire, and Javi knows it. But Philip doesn't linger in uncertainty. He refuses to let confusion tie him down. Instead, he reaches out to Belle Black, a woman who once knew him better than most. Together, they throw caution aside, skipping work and responsibilities to spend the day like carefree teenagers. They laugh, they reminisce, and for a few stolen hours, they allow themselves to imagine, what if? Yet beneath the laughter simmers danger. Philip is a man who uses love as a shield against his demons, and Salem has learned time and again that his search for comfort often comes at a devastating cost. The question isn't whether this will end in heartbreak, it's whose heart will break first. While Philip chases nostalgia, Chad DiMera is consumed by something darker, suspicion. EJ DiMera insists it's over, that the nightmare can finally be put to rest. Kristen confessed, case closed. But Chad's instincts rebel. The timing feels wrong. The delivery too neat. Kristen is a woman who manipulates truth like a master chess player, so why would she suddenly fold her hand so openly? Chad confronts EJ, his voice low but edged with steel. Yet EJ waves it off, determined to accept the confession and move forward with his life. That's when the tension between brothers ignites. EJ clings to the relief of closure, but Chad knows better. He's lived too long in Salem to believe in simple resolutions. Secrets have layers, and lies wear masks. This feels like one more mask waiting to be ripped away. Enter Leo Stark, of all people, echoing Chad's doubts. Leo points out what everyone else is afraid to say, that Kristen's story is too clean, too perfectly timed, as though designed to stop deeper questions from being asked. When Leo Stark becomes the unexpected voice of reason, it's a sign Salem should brace for chaos. So the questions hang heavy in the air. Who truly pulled the trigger on EJ? What is Kristen hiding behind her sudden confession? And most chilling of all, who benefits from this carefully crafted lie? The DiMera storm is gathering, and Chad may be the only one willing to walk into its center. Far from the DiMera mansion, Brady Black is haunted by his own storm. Sophia Choi presents herself as the grieving mother, a woman burdened by tragedy. But something about her performance doesn't sit right. Her words feel too polished, her tears too perfectly timed. Brady has lived through enough deception to recognize when someone is playing a part, and Sophia's act feels scripted. Every instinct in him screams that she's holding something back. But what? Is she lying about the baby's paternity, the circumstances of the pregnancy, or something far more sinister? Salem thrives on secrets, and Brady is determined to dig until he uncovers the one she's hiding. But he knows he can't do it alone. That's where Steve Johnson comes in. A man who's seen decades of betrayal, espionage, and heartbreak, Steve has the eye for lies that Brady desperately needs. He agrees to help investigate Sophia, and together they begin to peel back the layers of her story. The stakes couldn't be higher. For Brady, the truth could either vindicate him or devastate him beyond repair. For Sophia, exposure could destroy the carefully constructed facade she's built. And for Salem, the fallout could ripple across every family, every secret, every fragile alliance. Because in Salem, a lie never stays buried, and when the truth comes out, it doesn't just change lives. It destroys them. Elsewhere, the spotlight shifts to one of Salem's most unpredictable yet strangely insightful figures, Susan Banks. Her return is anything but quiet. She bursts onto the scene with frantic energy, her eyes wide, her voice trembling, carrying an urgency that Salem is far too quick to dismiss. Susan corners Marlena Evans, desperation spilling out of every word. She insists that Marlena is in grave danger, that something unseen and sinister has already taken root inside her. To most, Susan's warnings sound like the usual eccentric chatter, ramblings born of her odd mannerisms and quirky outlook. But beneath her frantic delivery is a haunting conviction, one that sends a chill through anyone willing to really listen. The troubling part? Salem has ignored Susan before, and it has always cost them dearly. From predicting betrayals to sensing dark presences, her instincts, though wrapped in chaos, have proven eerily accurate. Now the question looms. Is Marlena slipping into the grip of something no one else can detect? Could Susan be sensing a danger that threatens not only Marlena but everyone connected to her? If Susan's alarm is true, this isn't just a personal crisis. It could be the spark that shakes the very foundation of Salem itself. Meanwhile, the week ignites with one of Salem's most heated face-offs. At the pub, where casual laughter and conversations usually fill the air, the atmosphere shifts into something tense, sharp, and electric. Holly Jonas has reached her breaking point. Her patience with Sophia Choi hovering around Tate Black has run dry. Holly steps forward, her voice cutting through the chatter, her tone laced with venom. "If you think you're gonna steal my boyfriend, you'd better think again." The room stills. It's not just a warning, it's a declaration, public and unmistakable. But Holly doesn't stop there. In a move designed to wound, she turns to Tate and kisses him, long, deliberate, and right in Sophia's line of sight. The kiss isn't about romance. It's about ownership. It's about drawing a line in the sand. For a moment, Holly feels triumphant. To her, it's proof that Tate belongs to her, that Sophia doesn't stand a chance. Yet Salem has taught us again and again, victory can be the seed of downfall. Sophia, though humiliated, is not defeated. Her eyes burn with quiet fury, and in that fire lies determination. Because Sophia is no stranger to sabotage. She plays the long game, and Holly's public humiliation may be the very thing that drives her to escalate. By staking her claim so boldly, Holly may have just triggered a battle she isn't ready to fight, a war that could destroy all three of them. And then, like a serpent slithering back into view, Gwen von Leuschner makes her move. She finds Leo Stark and wastes no time in twisting the knife with her words. With a sly smile, she urges him to savor his happiness with Javi Hernandez while he still can. Her prediction is cruel but deliberate. Disaster is coming. Gwen paints a picture of Leo's romance crashing and burning, as if she can already see the cracks forming. It's not just mockery, it's prophecy. But is Gwen merely stirring the pot out of spite, or does she know something Leo doesn't? Salem is a place where secrets are traded like currency, and Gwen has always had a knack for getting rich in secrets. Her taunt could be nothing more than venom meant to unsettle Leo, or it could be a hint that she's holding information that could unravel his newfound happiness. Leo tries to brush it off, but Gwen's words echo long after she leaves. Doubt begins to creep in, gnawing at the edges of his confidence. If Gwen is right, if Javi isn't the safe harbor Leo believes him to be, then heartbreak isn't just possible, it's inevitable. And in Salem, when love unravels, it never unravels quietly. As the week of August 25 unfolds, Salem doesn't simply move forward, it trembles on the edge of collapse. Philip wakes in a bed of secrets, and one reckless day with Belle could set off a chain reaction that tears families apart. Chad refuses to swallow Kristen's confession, and in doing so, he may drag the entire DiMera legacy back into the fire. Brady digs deeper into Sophia's baby story, and each new clue feels like a fuse lit toward an explosion no one can contain. Susan's frantic warnings about Marlena grow louder, a haunting reminder that danger sometimes hides in plain sight. Holly's bold kiss, meant to mark Tate as hers, may only harden Sophia's resolve, and when two young women fight for the same heart, the fallout can be merciless. And Gwen, ever the shadow in the corner, watches with a smile, whispering that Leo's love story is already doomed. These stories don't exist in isolation. They collide. They twist around each other, forming a storm of passion, suspicion, and betrayal. Every decision in Salem this week ripples outward, threatening to consume not just individuals, but entire families. Will Kristen's carefully crafted lie unravel and reveal a truth far darker than anyone imagined? Will Holly's desperate display of love secure Tate, or push him straight into Sophia's waiting arms? And will Brady's relentless pursuit of answers finally expose a scandal Salem isn't ready to face? One thing is certain. In Days of Our Lives, every kiss carries a consequence, every lie builds a time bomb, and every choice has the power to change everything. Stay tuned, because Salem isn't just living another week of drama. It's standing at the edge of a battlefield, and the war is about to begin.